I want each one of you to introduce yourself, okay? And a brief introduction, like your first name, last name, and which grade are you in, should be good enough. Okay, go ahead.
I'm Kirtana, and I'm senior.
Hi, my name is Shanak and I'm in third grade and I'm 8 years old. Hello, my name is Meher Wahane. I am 10 years old and I'm in fourth grade.
Hi, my name is Havansh. I'm in ninth grade and I'm 14 years old.
My name is Arya. I'm 11 years old and
Hi, my name is Bodhi. I'm 10 years old and I'm in fifth grade.
my name is Akanta Thabani. I'm 11 and I'm in fifth grade.
Hi, my name is Arya and I'm in 8th grade. Hi, my name is Ganesh Wardwane and I'm in 6th grade, 11 years old.
Hi, my name is Sabi Wahane. I'm 13 years old and I'm in 8th grade.
Hi, my name is Abasu Mavonshi and I'm in fourth grade.
Everybody? And the first question is, we know, right? We have faced this. We have faced the homework stress when we were childhood. We know, right? Our parents used to get back to us, and our teachers used to get back to us. What's going on with your homework, right? So that was back in India, right? We have never faced that in here. I mean, when we were as a kid, right? So most of us are here post our graduation, right? So let's take a first look from the kids. Like, what do you think that the homework is? Like, what do you think the homework is for you?
Homework is basically the problems that we have to solve to prove that we actually know what the lesson's about, basically.
I think homework is work that the teachers give you to be able to study more and practice on what you're learning.
I think homework is, first of all, I agree with Sabi and Abu. Just a point to add on that homework is just, teachers think that it's a non-intentional burden and they just put it on you too much.
I agree with Abba, Sabi, and Ganesh that homework is a study and help you better in your life.
I agree with Abba, Sabi, Arya, and Ganesh. Homework is just something teachers give you to help you practice what you're learning.
I agree with Ala because the teachers need to know that you're learning the things you're learning in class, so they give you homework to do.
I think homework is for so you can understand the topic, and the teacher knows that. Good.
Yeah, I agree with Arya. Like, homework ensures that you know the topic, so if there's a test, then you're good to go.
Yeah, I agree with Ganesh by saying it's a non-intentional burden of like work that the teachers give to you to assure that you know what the lesson's about. I agree with Arya, like because they have extra need, like so you have extra so you can understand what the topic.
I think it's just repetition.
All right, thank you so much for each one of you to give us an introduction of how and what the homework is. So I think it's an unintentional work which is assigned to you when you go back to home, and no kind of a repetition of your work or studies what you have completed in the classroom, right? Or something which you may need to learn for tomorrow's as a subject. All right. So good insight on that. And now we know that that's a homework. So when we say is the homework, is it really a stress? Is the homework, do you think is a stress? And if it is a stress, what kind of stress do you think as a homework? Kitna?
I did it in a short time.
I'm sorry?
I did it in a short time.
Okay, so if you get the homework stress, what do you think it could be kind of like? If it is given a time duration and then you have to complete it in a very small time, or big topic in a small time, is that what you call it stresses? Okay, so can you just elaborate something on that if you have some words to share or thought to share? What do you think according to you is a homework stress?
Completing it and submitting it.
Uh-huh.
Not enough time.
Okay, get it?
So homework stress is I get so much homework, like my brain can't function that good. And I forget some stuff for the next morning. If I have a test, I forget some stuff that I have to do. That's why my brain function. I think the reason people get stressed from homework is probably because they don't know like the answer to like a really hard question, and they think they're gonna fail on the test, so they're not sure what the answer is.
Alright, so let's hear from Himansh. What's a homework stress is?
Okay, so I agree with Shonik and me here. It's basically when you have too much homework and also like when you don't know how to do a particular homework and that could just lead you to not doing it and you get stressed about not doing it and the teacher will think about you not doing it.
Sometimes kids have like a lot of other activities than homework, like extracurricular activities. So sometimes and then they don't have enough time for their homework.
Okay.
I think homework stress is when the teacher gives the student so much homework that they can't finish it.
I agree with Arya and Bodhi that homework stress usually occurs when your homework overlaps with your activities, so you feel that you need to complete your homework and you miss out on all those activities.
I agree with Bodhi, Arya, and Kancha that homework can overcome your activities. Like you don't have time to do your homework, but after you come from your activities, you're so tired that you cannot do your homework. But then you want to earn that A+ grade.
I agree with the bigger Arya, Chaitanya, Shaunak, Meher, and Himansh that homework is basically something that clashes between your activity and then you don't get to do it.
I agree, and to add on to what Akan just said, a student will feel obligated to do their homework, and that will clash with any extracurricular activities that they do. So that makes them feel very stressed. They don't think they can get their homework done on time, and they don't think they can understand the topic as well.
Awesome.
I agree with the Kancha and Zavi. It's because you can't burn that wall of not getting your homework done, not getting a good grade about it. So you feel stressed and nervous about it.
Alright, so very much, that's pretty much it, right? We understand that homework is something which is given to you at home, to be completed at home, but you are getting involved in all of the different works at home, some activities, school activities, your social activities, going out, playing, and maybe painting and stuff like that, and in between you have a very tight timeline to complete the subject work, okay? That is your homework, and that's when you feel a little bit of stress, right? So let's talk about how do you think now if you're overstressed, let's assume that you have many subjects to complete, many topics to finish off with, or there is a lot of calculations you have to complete, and now you have a lot of stress. What do you think the stress can lead to?
It can lead to aggression and anxiety, and it makes you want to just stay in your room and just not talk to others about it.
I'd like to add on to Abba that it will lead to any aggression, but it could also lead to depression or anxiety because you're losing your confidence and your intelligence, and that's leading to poor academic integrity, and you don't feel the need to work anymore.
I agree with Abba and Savi that it leads to depression, anxiety, and you lose your self-confidence and you do poor academic work in that particular thing.
I agree with Dinesh and Savi that it can create depression, anxiety, and nervousness, but with your grades, it can be it can affect your grades and your tests.
I agree with everyone who's gone before me. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and lack of self-confidence in the area that you're studying.
I agree with everyone before me too, because I think that homework stress can lead to anger, and you might not want to communicate with anyone anymore, and you might fail before that homework stress.
I agree with Abba and Sabi because when you get homework stress, it does lead to aggression and you don't want to talk to anybody about it.
Yeah, I agree with most people that went before me. Homework stress can lead to frustration, and you get really frustrated by your homework, and if it keeps happening, it can lead to depression and anxiety. But of course, there are ways to stop it.
I think homework stress can lead to depression, anxiety, like most people said. It can make you feel like you're just a nobody and you have no use in this world and there's nothing for you to do. I agree with Sabi because you could lose your confidence.
I just think it makes you feel tired, after studying for such a long time and you have to come into the homework again.
Okay, that's a very good insight from all of you. Now, as I understand, if you have very much into homework stress, then it can lead to anger, frustration, anxiety, and you may lead to not having good confidence, or you may lose your self-confidence, or you may look at yourself down, right? So now we understand, the topic that we have a homework stress and we know what can it lead to, right? So what according to you do you think that, if you have a homework stress and if you are getting more conscious or more anxious about these things, how do you think yourself, avoiding or getting, not getting carried away because of the overstress or overburden of the homework? How do you think you can manage your homework, without getting stressed?
You can just do it in class, that's all. Or you can just take some rest or do some other activities and then do your homework. But yeah, you need to have some time. They don't give you time, that's the problem.
Right. Okay.
I think you should use your extra time for homework sometimes.
I request everyone to kindly listen to our juniors. They really have some important things for us to listen to. I request the people who are standing, kindly please be seated. Just give few moments. Thank you.
I think you can get rid of homework stress by taking breaks in between, and just calming yourself down. And meditation and mindfulness can help.
That's nice.
Because when you're meditating, you just get your mind off everything and focus on breathing, and so you won't get stressed.
I think scheduling is very important. If you have an extracurricular activity, then you should schedule when to do your homework. And if you have an assignment that's due in a week, you shouldn't procrastinate the day before. And also, I agree with what he said, meditation is very important.
Right.
I agree with the because scheduling helps kids have a better time for homework, and also meditation is very important for calming the mind.
Awesome. All right, that's nice.
I think that when you get home, you should do a little bit of your homework, then you take like a break and eat or something, then you do the other portion of your homework and keep on doing it until your entire homework or project is finished.
Awesome.
I agree with everyone before me, and I think that you can take breaks and maybe meditate in the middle, so you can just calm yourself and not like obviously have the aggression to keep doing homework.
Good.
You can do your homework in the study hall, like finish your homework, or you can use like a planner or like time scheduling your homework and like do some here, and then after your activities you can do some later, so it'll help you like release your homework stress.
I agree with Bodhi. Just one more thing to add on. What I do is when I come from home, I just take a break and then do my studies. And then I play my instrument and then go play more. And then I come back and do more studies.
Awesome.
Whatever.
I agree with Arya B. I would like to add on saying that you should break down your schedule. You could come home, take a little break, work on your homework, and also take time to practice some mindfulness because that will keep your mind off of the stress that's being put onto you. You could, take breaks.
In between. All right. Okay. That's nice.
You can do breaks while you're doing it, just like Sabi and Anish said, and maybe sometimes there's these places that you can go and helps you to just come on, and it will be very helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so what I understand from all the kids and the discussion is now we can either do a small session of a meditation in between your studies and make your mind cool to focus on your studies. That will bring down your stress level or homework stress level down. That's one thing. Second thing is you can take breaks in between while we are working on that. And one of the good point what Himanshu recommended is you schedule your work, right? So you schedule your day, you schedule your work, you schedule your homework, and you schedule your studies. So that helps to understand, what your day is like. So that will bring down your stress level to the zero, almost zero. And if you don't feel zero, you can just do a meditation for some time, and I'm sure that will bring it down to zero. That's a wonderful insight from all of you. So that's very good. This point discussed. And next point I would like to ask is now we've been followers of Ambedkar and we've been followers of Buddhism, right? What do you think Buddhism is helping you to bring this homework stress down?
You can meditate and then you'll be more mindful of the work that you're doing and it will help you with that.
I agree with Abba on meditating because stress is just a matter of the mind, and meditation is to help clear out your mind and only focus on the moment that you're in, just on your breathing. And if you do meditate or practice mindfulness, you will be able to relieve some of that stress and know to take things one step at a time.
I agree with Sabi. I just want to say that you do mindfulness and then you forget everything that you have for stress, and then you can just go back and you're like, okay, this is easy now, and let me just do it.
I agree with Sabi and Anish that meditation can help you release your homework stress, and then you can just forget all your stress you had, and then you can be calmer and it'll be more easier to focus on your homework.
I agree with Sabi, Anish, and Arya. Homework can help you calm your mind so you won't have stress.
I also agree with Abba, Sabi, Anish, Arya, and Kanja because if you meditate after doing your homework and you still have stress, if you meditate, you can clear out all the anger and frustration.
I agree with Bodhi that meditation can help you release aggression and anger and stress, and then it helps you be more calm and peaceful.
Awesome.
I agree with most people. Meditation is very important, but apart from that, Buddhism is also very important because it teaches us how to take steps accordingly and to avoid having stress in the first place.
Alright, so that includes your presence of mind, right? Awesome.
I was going to say I agree with Ava and what she said about meditation, and Sabi when she said when you meditate, you clear everything off your mind except for the present moment.
I agree with Sabi and Ava. I think you get a mirror because you get your mind off of everything.
Good.
Focus on breathing.
Alright.
I also agree with meditation and taking your mind off material things like phone, iPad or something, or studying, and just concentrate on the nature.
Awesome. So that's a very good, mindful answer. So what I understand is, if you really want to progress with your studies, right, and be a part of a Buddhist community and being followers of Buddhism, right? So if you have a presence of mind, and if you're mindful of your work, what you're doing, and even if it is a studies, right, or any activity for that matter, if you're doing with your presence of mind, or being present in that moment, or being present in that particular situation, and focusing on that particular work, will actually help you to bring the so-called homework stress, right? It will be nailed out if you're just focusing on that activity. So there is no homework, there is no homework stress. So there is just a homework, the stress is not there, right? So that's a very good point here from all of you. And anybody from the panel or members here have a question? Alright, so Shek has a question.
Hello. How much time each of you meditate at home, and what is your goal? How much more time you want to meditate at the end of this year?
Well, before that, I want to tell you that the panel over here who is sitting on the dais, they have participated for a one-day meditation course. Okay, so they understand what the meditation is and how it is like. Okay, so let's hear some insight from any one of you who wants to answer a question.
I do approximately 25 minutes of meditation per day. I do 10 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night when I go to bed.
So every Sunday I do 10 minutes of meditation on
Online Vihara.
online Vihara.
Most of the kids be part of the online Vihara, which happens every Sunday. So we have an online Vihara happens, and we have a children section which is dedicated to them, and in that they have a story discussion, and the story is kind of a moral story, and we talk about the learning from that particular story. And if the children have any questions, and they will question and answer back and forth. And that's every Sunday it happens. So I would request all the members who have kids and who have not been participating